Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I am Anna, and I am so happy to see you today for a brand new lesson. Today, we are talking about something very personal that we deal with every single morning: clothes. Joining me is my good friend, Dan. How are you today, Dan?
I am excellent, Anna. I am in a very good mood because I did some baking this weekend and made chocolate chip cookies. They are my favorite.
That sounds like a lovely weekend, but I hope you didn't eat too many. Now, Dan, looking at you right now, you look very comfortable. Can you describe your outfit for our listeners?
Of course, today my outfit is a blue hoodie, light colored pants, and white running shoes.
That is a great word to start with: outfit. For our beginners, an outfit means all the clothes you are wearing together at one time. It is the full look, including your top, your bottom, and your shoes.
Exactly, it is the complete combination. I chose this outfit because it makes me feel relaxed and easy.
That leads us to our first big topic: why we choose what we wear. In our sources, many people say that comfort is the ruling principle. This means that if a piece of clothing is not comfortable, you simply will not wear it.
I agree 100%. If something feels stiff or too tight, it just stays in the back of my closet. I prefer clothes that are easy to move in.
That is a smart choice. We often hear that clothes are not just about looking good, they are a part of our psychological well-being. They can even be a silent signal of our mood.
That is very true. For example, when I wear my favorite old hoodie, it is a signal that my workday is over and it's time to relax. It's like a stand-down uniform.
I love that idea. Now, let's talk about how to describe these clothes. When you want to talk about your style, you can use a simple formula: color plus item plus material.
Okay, let's try that. I am wearing a blue cotton hoodie.
Perfect. Listeners, you can practice this too. Just look at what you're wearing right now and say it out loud. For example, I am wearing a white cotton t-shirt.
Anna, what are you wearing today?
I am wearing a light dew dress with small white flowers. It is very light and comfortable for a warm day.
That sounds very stylish. You mentioned light blue. Why not just blue?
That is a great question. Using words like light, dark, bright, or pale makes your English sound more natural and alive. Instead of just a red shirt, you can say a bright red shirt.
Oh, I see. So I could say my pants are light gray.
Yes, exactly. We also have different designs on clothes called patterns. For example, if your shirt has lines, it is striped. If it has squares, it is checked.
My hoodie today has no design at all. It is just one color. What do we call that?
We call that plain. A plain shirt is simple and clean. It is very easy to match with other clothes.
I like plain clothes because I don't have to think too much in the morning. It saves me time.
Many people feel the same way. Now, Dan, let's talk about where we find our clothes. Where do you usually go shopping?
I actually like going to real stores in the shopping mall. I like to see and touch the fabric to know if it is soft and comfortable.
That is a good point. I usually shop online because it's fast and easy, but sometimes I have a big problem with the size.
Yes, size can be very tricky online. Sometimes you order a shirt and it's way too big or the sleeves are too short.
It is so frustrating. Then I have to pack it up and send it back. This is what some call a time tax.
That is why I prefer to try on clothes in the store. When you try on clothes, you put them on to see if they fit your body correctly.
That is a key phrase for our learners: to try on. You go to the fitting room, look in the mirror, and decide if it is too tight or too loose.
I also do a little turn to the left and right to see how it moves. It saves money and stress.
Speaking of money, some clothes are very expensive and some are cheap. How do you decide what to buy?
I like to invest in important pieces. For example, I bought a very warm winter coat last year. It cost more money, but I know it will last for years to come.
That is very smart. You invest in quality for things like coats or sturdy shoes. For simple things like t-shirts, you can buy affordable or cheap ones.
I also like shopping at thrift stores. These stores sell second-hand clothes, which means someone else owned them before.
I love thrift stores. It feels like a treasure hunt. You can find unique items that have a story. Plus, it's better for the environment.
Definitely. And often, secondhand clothes are already very soft because they are broken in.
That is true. Now, Dan, let's talk about the seasons. Our clothes change a lot when the weather changes, right?
Oh, yes. In the summer, it is very hot, so I choose light and breathable clothes. I wear thin shorts and loose t-shirts.
And in the winter, the goal is to stay warm. We use a strategy called layering.
Exactly. You start with a shirt, add a sweater, and then put a thick coat on top. You also need accessories like scarves, gloves, and hats.
Don't forget boots. Good boots keep your feet dry and warm in the snow or rain.
Dana, do you have a go-to item for the winter?
Yes, my go-to item is a long wool scarf. A go-to item is your most reliable and favorite choice. It's what you grab when you don't want to think too much. What is yours?
My go-to is definitely my favorite hoodie. It works for everything.
It sounds like we both have a weakness for comfortable clothes. In English, a weakness is something you really like and cannot resist.
That is very true. For some people, shoes are their weakness. They might have 10 pairs of shoes.
That sounds like me. I have shoes for work, parties, and walking.
I only have 4 pairs: sneakers, formal shoes, brown shoes, and running shoes. I am a simple man.
That's okay too. Now, we have to talk about the necessary evil of clothes, laundry.
Ow, I do not like doing laundry. It is a boring chore.
It is. The first step is separating your clothes. You put the white clothes in one pile and the colored clothes in another.
Yes, because you do not want your favorite white shirt to turn pink.
Then you have the washing and the drying. I like to hang my clothes outside because they smell fresh and clean from the sun.
But the hardest part is the folding. It is my least favorite job in the world.
Many people feel that way. Sometimes I just shove my t-shirts into the drawer without folding them nicely. Life is too short to stress over perfect t-shirts.
I agree. Sometimes, though, we have special clothes that we cannot wash at home. For those, we go to the dry cleaners.
Right. Dry cleaning uses special chemicals and machines to remove hard stains, like wine or coffee.
They also iron and starch your shirts. Ironing makes the clothes flat and smooth with no wrinkles.
And starch makes the fabric, like a shirt collar, stiff and hard, so it looks very professional. It makes you look very smart.
Smart, in British English, often means looking clean and stylish, right?
Exactly. If you're going to a job interview or a wedding, you want to dress formally. Men usually wear a suit, a tie, and nice shoes.
But for everyday life, most of us prefer casual style. Casual clothes are relaxed and comfortable.
There is also a middle style called smart casual. This is a mix of both. For example, you might wear jeans with a nice shirt and a jacket.
That is a very useful style for work or meeting friends.
Dan, did you know that colors can also describe our feelings? For example, if someone says, "I'm feeling blue," it means they are sad.
That's a great idiom. What about seeing red?
That means you are very angry. And to be green with envy means you are jealous.
These idioms make English so much more colorful.
They do. We also have to remember that colors can mean different things in different cultures. In Western countries, white is often for weddings, but in some Asian cultures, white can represent sadness.
That is very interesting. It shows that language is not just words, it's also about culture.
Precisely. Well, Dan, we have talked a lot today. We covered everything from choosing an outfit to doing laundry.
It was a lot of fun, and I think we learned many useful phrases.
Before we go, let's do a quick recap for our listeners.
Okay, we learned outfit, which is all your clothes together. We learned to try on, which is testing clothes in a store.
We also talked about plain, which means no pattern, and comfortable, which is the most important rule for most people.
We mentioned second-hand, meaning clothes used by someone else, and our go-to items, which are our favorites.
Finally, we talked about investing in good quality clothes and our weaknesses for things like shoes or t-shirts.
That is a great list. Listeners, we have a question for you today.
Yes, imagine your perfect day. What would you wear from head to toe? What is your perfect outfit?
Tell us the colors, tell us the fabric, and tell us how it makes you feel. Write your answer in the comments below.
Don't worry about mistakes. The important thing is to try and practice a little bit every day.
If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.
It really helps us and tells us you want more lessons like this. Thank you for learning with us today.
Goodbye, everyone.